Hey everybody, good morning. It's Tuesday, March 19th, 2019, 8:30 a.m. and this is our working group component standard meeting. How's everybody doing this morning? All right, so we don't have, it seems like a whole lot of agenda items today. I had a few updates on K-Flag. It seems like Daniel got back to that and he's okay with us creating a new repo. I do agree with him that the name, given that this is kind of like a temporary shim that helps people migrate away from flags, maybe has a little bit too much permanence to it. So I don't know if people have suggestions for another name that would be make it more obvious that this is just something you use to migrate, and then the idea is still to get rid of your flags.
K-Flag gem.
Maybe, yeah, that might be good. But that's kind of it for the agenda today. Did anyone else have anything you wanted to talk about?
Do we have a list of open PRs somewhere?
I created, I should add this to the meeting notes too. I sent out a tracking issue where I went through the notes and consolidated most of the open items. It's in the Slack channel. I will also add this to the meeting notes. So we can go through that.
And before, maybe shout out who needs a review from somebody.
Yeah, does anybody need code reviews? Okay, it doesn't sound like it. So I'm gonna see if I can share my screen here. I've never, oh, here it is. Which one? So this is the tracking issue. These two are Lucas's, or at least Lucas had started those threads. So this was Stuart Yu's attempt to implement a dedicated serializer package for component config. I don't know, is Stuart on the call? Looks
He's
like
in Chinese time zone, I guess. Don't think he's here.
Okay, yeah. We can follow up offline. Lucas is still doing his army stuff, I think, so I'll wait for him to get back from that. This is just my K-Flag stuff. There were a bunch for like the different controller managers that need to get resolved. This is just the tracking issue for moving to component config. This one, this is approved. Is this just waiting to merge in the next for 115? Move config local to every controller in KCM.
This was just a package move. It wasn't the introduction of type meta, was it?
Right.
And probably needs a rebase, I would guess.
It might. It doesn't have the label. See why the hold is. Yeah, okay, so it looks like they just wanted to hold it for 115. That should be fine. This was the type meta one. It seemed like this was a little bit more controversial. Was somebody going to write a KEP to flesh this out? The adding type meta to
I just pinged on Slack and didn't get an answer.
Okay.
From Lucas and Stuart, I think.
All right. Well, we will wait for them to follow up. But yes, it's a good question how we want to organize that. Whether we want to key on type or whether we want to key on something more explicit. This was... Is this just adding support for component config to Kube Controller Manager?
This would be a candidate for your K-flag.
I see.
I guess.
Yes. Okay, I have to read through this one because it doesn't look like it's not that big of a PR, which is surprising if it's introducing component config. So maybe I have to look at it.
Yeah, just check whether you can include your K-flag. That would be a great example.
Yes.
Get all of this off the ground.
I will make a note of that. Okay, I think that covers the tracking issue for now. Does anyone have anything else? All right, well, we can call the meeting if nobody has anything else.
All right, see you next week.
Thanks so much, everyone. Have a good day.